Hey everybody, welcome back to Progressive D&D. Today I'm going to be talking about the new 2024 rule set Dungeon Master screen. I haven't opened it yet. Let's open it together. Let's jump in. Alright, it says it's the world's greatest role-playing game, Dungeons & Dragons. I think most of us agree with that. I know we here at Progressive D&D agree with that. Dungeon Master screen. It's actually pretty cool. You kind of see the colors on it. Granted, this is just the case for it. This is just the packaging for it. It says level up your game table. This durable 4-panel Dungeon Master screen helps you run thrilling 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaigns with spectacular art on the outside and useful D&D game information on the inside. This screen supports Dungeon Masters of all skill levels. The screen also keeps die rolls and notes hidden from your players, as a Dungeon Master screen does. It has a little preview of the DM screen, illustration by Joy Ang. Here, maybe show you all that. Get it. There we go. But I'll show you the real thing here in a minute. It does say this is for use with the 5th edition Player's Handbook 2024, Dungeon Master's Guide 2024, and the Monster Manual 2025. So it is at least explaining that this is for the 2024 rule set. I think we've been pretty transparent here at Progressive D&D, at least for me, Dan. I'm excited about the 2024 rule set. I'll let Daniel give you his own opinion in his own videos. But for me, I'm excited about them. I will say that we are not just jumping right into them in my home campaign. We're taking our time. We're slowly introducing new rules so we can kind of all learn them together. One thing that this might help, having this new DM screen here in front of me, this actually might help us progress into the new rule sets quite a bit faster. Now that I'll have the actual different, hopefully I should have different rules available to me a lot faster. Basically at my fingertips. All right, let's jump into it. All right, just has a little pull tab here. All right, so kind of the first look at, that's what is on the front. Oh, it's actually a little slip case for it. See, kind of pulling it out here. Yeah, so it's got that on one side. It's got that on the back. I might hang on to this to slide it back into to really protect it in case I want to travel with it. All right. Take a look at it. First impression on the quality, it's nice. It's rigid. Sorry. Here's the first. I would say that's the 2 center panels. It's has a nice feel to it. I have a couple of the other DM screens for the different campaigns, and I think the 2014 rule set. And this probably seems about the same quality as that. Here are the 2 side panels. I will say the art is very pretty. It's the 2 center ones. Well, but now here's where the rubber hits the road. The inside of it. Let's see how useful do we think this is going to be. Okay, I like this. First panel is your conditions panel. I can't tell you how often somebody gets poisoned, and I'm the type of DM who I have not memorized all the books. I've played enough that from experience I know a lot of the rules, but conditions are just something that I have never allocated memory cells to the conditions, because I can look them up. Now, it does take some time, though, pulling out the book, pulling out your player's handbook, pulling out your DM's guide to see what the different conditions, how they affect the players. And you always forget. So, me having this available to me that easily, I love it. And it goes just alphabetical order from... So yeah, I mean, looking at this, conditions, you have blinded, charmed, deafened, exhaustion, frightened, grappled, everything. I don't need to say them all. I love this. I love having that available right there, available to me. Easy to read, not a bunch of smaller boxes that you see on a lot of DM screens or a lot of sheets that you can print out for your DM screen. I'm over 50. I like it to be easy for me to read. All right, let's look at the next panel. Next panel is your improvising damage, damage severity and level, which is interesting. It also speaks to the new actions. I like that because 2024 rule set has added some actions, and things that used to not be actions are now actions, which I think basically leads to better clarity for the players as to what they can do. You still have your bonus action, and movement in your action economy. Redefining some of the actions and actually giving actions for example, you can use the influence action. Hate to say it, and this is kind of a rule of cool situation, but a lot of times people want to say, hey, I want to try to deceive this person and get them to drop their weapon. Well, now you can use your influence action and affect that. We're not going to get into all the rules here, but that's just an example for me as a dungeon master. I like that definition being provided to us. That makes it easier for us to give the players an opportunity of how they can do it. And we don't have to come up with off the cuff of how they can do it. Things that talk about long jump and high jump, that's actually something that comes up quite a bit that I always have to look it up because it doesn't come up often enough that I memorized it, but it's nice to have it actually written down here. And concentration. Who hasn't had their mage in the party forget that they have a concentration spell up? This definitely talks about what factors can break the concentration. I like that. All right, let's see what's on the next screen. Skills, object, armor class, object hit points, food, drink, and lodging, death saving throws. Let's see, did they change anything on death saving throws? I don't think they did. Nope. Also talks about typical difficulty classes, light sources, and obscured areas. I like what I'm seeing so far. There's only one panel left. What I'm seeing so far is the data that's being provided in this DM screen is information that will be needed during almost every session, which is what we want, right? We want information available to us at our fingertips so that we're not having to look it up. So far, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using this tomorrow in my next session. Last page. They have travel pace and travel terrain. I'll be honest, as a dungeon master, that's something I will kind of hand wave. But I could see where I'm working on a homebrew where there might be a lot of traveling, where I could, if I have this information at my fingertips, it might be something I implement and add more to the campaign just to flesh it out and make it seem more realistic. It also talks about cover, audible distance, interesting, visibility outdoors, and weather. So that last panel is basically your movement panel. Talks about your cover, talks about how loud you're being, which will obviously directly affect your ability to sneak up or stealth up on somebody. Visibility outdoors, that's something I know I don't use enough, but if I have the information available right at my fingertips, I will definitely start using it. And weather, it actually gives you a randomization table. By if you roll a d20, you can say this is what the weather's like outdoors. You don't have to come up with that. So then you can maybe have a list of monsters on the side of, all right, if it's rainy, these are the random monsters I'm going to use. If it's windy, these are the random monsters I'm going to use. If it's snowing, these are the random monsters I'm going to use. Having that available to you at your fingertips, again, I keep saying fingertips, but that's what it really is. But having that available to you right in front of you as a Dungeon Master is a great tool. All right, so what do I think? Overall, I like this. I'm going to use it. And what I think the biggest thing is going to happen is I'm going to start using the 2024 rules more often because I'm not going to have to search for them. At a glance, when something comes up that I'm used to just defaulting to the 2014 rule sets, I'm going to be able to just glance up, find it on the DM screen, and at that point I can make a decision. Do I want to change? Do I want to use these rules? Or do I just want to just move forward and use the 2014 rules? Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me open this. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Is this something you would use? Or do you have your own way that you do your DM screen? Or do you use a DM screen? There's been plenty of times I haven't used a DM screen. Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. Like this video. That helps us so much as a small channel as we're trying to grow. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.
Yo, progressive D&D, we the finest. Dungeons deep, dragons big, ain't no blindness. Roll the dice, take a chance, feel the kindness. Heroes rise, villains fall, break the silence. Every week, new quest, new alliance. From the battles to the quest to defiance. Be a rogue or a mage, show your science. Follow us, don't be late, pure reliance.